Now, Jan, I
Yes.
grew up with this sort of corn in the shuck being called a roasting-ear.
Well,
And what we never did was roast it.
well, why not?
Well, we boiled it.
Well, you know what? Granddaddy used to say that you start the water boiling before you go out to the field to pick your corn.
That's right.
And
Or you build a fire at the end of the row,
Yeah.
and you start water boiling, and then you drop the corn in. But, well, there's some basis for that since the the sugar tends to convert to starch.
It does, it does. And I'll tell you, if you don't happen to have a handy row of corn to go rob,
Yeah.
this is a good way to make sure that your corn is nice and sweet.
Okay.
All
So
right.
now you've got a nice, sweet yellow corn. You pull back the shuck.
That's right, and I got rid of the silk. Made my kid get rid of the silk, because I like
that's
child
nice.
labor.
Yeah.
And then I've just got butter. And you can take whatever herb you like. I've done some with cilantro. I've done it with parsley. I've used a little bit of thyme. And so whatever you like. This is parsley.
Okay.
And say all we're doing is mushing it up. Okay?
Yeah.
And I've got
Oh,
a
no, you're not mushing it up. You're
I'm
making a compound butter. Doesn't that sound all Martha Stewart?
I don't have a response for you, Walter.
And you're going to spread that on the corn.
We're going to spread it on the corn. Now, I love just plain sweet corn, and we've talked about, how fabulous it can be,
Yes.
just by itself. But if you want to dress it up a little bit, here's how you do it. Okay, so after you rub your butter in there, give it a little sprinkle of salt.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to fold it back up and hide all that butter so the butter doesn't come off.
And slap it into an oven. What
Slap it
temperature?
into
we need to move along because we've got storms coming.
All right, 350 degrees for 20 minutes. How about that? Is that
350
fast
degrees
enough?
for 20 minutes. That's great.
Hey, do we have cookie time?
Go to Food City in the deli department. They've got a Father's Day cookie that'll warm his heart. They expand his belly a little, but it's a terrific cookie. I saw them in the deli this morning and said, Jan, don't forget.
Don't forget the cookies. They're
Right
worth
with the recipe, right quick. Chef's Recipe, 6450 Paper Mill Drive, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37919, setting self-addressed stamped. Envelope will go to local8now.com, get it, and roast your own corn.
That's right.
Yeah, it does look pretty, but outside doesn't look so pretty.
Well, Chef Walter summed it up. We got storms.
Absolutely. But we're making this one in the oven, so we're good there. But the storms, yes, unfortunately, we've preheated the oven here for East Tennessee. That's why the severe thunderstorm watch has now been expanded. Parts of northeast Tennessee until 7 p.m. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we're likely to see these storms dropping south and east. So right now we're seeing the storm stretch from Cumberland County through southeastern Kentucky. And then the severe weather is still just to our north. So all that is headed our way.
Yes.
That's why we're watching that threat for severe weather throughout the end of the day. And of course, David Aldrich and I will be here to keep you informed on any of those warnings that possibly will pop up. Of course, you can always look at this live radar on local8now.com as well. So